are not sincere to ourselves. We're hypocrites in this country. Americans will say, God bless America. God bless America because if somebody sees something happening, somebody's going to call it social welfare.
Yeah.
If somebody sees something happen, somebody's going to call the police. Now, they don't pray as much as we do. But Nigerians will go to church from Monday till Sunday. And then when you see something happening and you want to call for help, they say, waiting concern you.
Yeah.
What's your business?
Yeah.
Is it your picking? I just thank God it's not my daughter you are doing that to. I for don't break your head. You for don't hear him. And you forget that our society used to be very good. Our society used to be very safe when we had what we call communal parenting.
Yes.
One person was watching for another person's child.
Yeah.
Those days when our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers were going to Lagos Island to sell Ankara matches and all of that. Some people would be out and say, hey, where are you going? Come on, come back here.
Yeah.
You have not done yet. Go and do your hair. But this day, everybody say, lock gates. If anybody calls, don't open. Mind your business. Things have changed. And who are we? I'm not a girl. I'm not a woman. My name is I am a mother. Meaning that one person gives birth to a child. The whole society owes these children the responsibility to protect, to defend, and to uphold their dignity. But do we see it that way? We don't. But when there's a problem, you come and you want to scream for help. And we that are screaming for what your social amenities, your social protection, your social rights are, you will now come back and tell us that we are chasing clouds.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Yes, it's another day. Yes, another episode on Saymypiece podcast. Of course, you know that we bring you the best that we can. We say everything as we see it. So no hiding. We're just going to go for the truth and say it as it comes to us. My name is Omotunde Adeboale David, but you all call me Lolo One. So I'm saying welcome, welcome, welcome. And I do not do this alone. The very handsome gentleman beside me, he does everything in his power to bring the blings. And these days, I'm seeing him wearing a long hat, berets. He's just, I don't know, maybe a fashion line is just coming somewhere, but please welcome Ogbolo.
I'm in that era now where I'm doing power to the people.
Honestly, you're on some Mandela stuff.
Seriously, at this point in this nation, everybody needs to carry this matter for head because really, we need more voices. We need more voices. So yeah, I'm in that era now. Yeah, aside entertainment, no, we got to the talk now.
Wow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're all welcome. It's Saymypiece. My name, as usual, OGBOLOR. Ogbolo, baby, you know.
Wow. When you put baby in this kind of outfit, it ain't working.
No, it got to.
Well, power to the people.
Power to the people. Power to the people.
And today is amazing.
Yeah.
We are joined in the studio with an amazing woman.
Yes.
Oh, she's a rabble rouser. She knows how to be in your face. It's either you're going to listen or you're going to listen. She's making her own mark in this industry. Wide as it is, she's worrying politicians, entertainers, normal people, social media, anybody that gets in her way. Honestly, I just pray that you are always on her good side. Because if you are good, she's just going to say it as she says it.
Sure.
Please help us welcome Dr. Agbala, what's her name?
Dr. Adetoun.
God save you.
AKA Just Adetoun.
Just Adetoun is in the building. I had never seen Adetoun until today. I just had a feeling she was going to be very slim, very beautiful, tall, and she checked all the boxes. All the boxes.
Give it to that.
But Adetoun, I'm just going to do like a shotgun. Don't you think men are afraid of you? Would you want a date? Because a lot of women that are very vocal and live in their power, men just fear them. Some will say if it's a man that is that empowered, they will say, oh, he's a very assertive. But it's a woman, they will say she's cantankerous. So, don't you think men would be afraid of you?
My husband at home is not afraid of me.
Bam.
My partner at home is not afraid of me. He knows me. He knows what I stand for.
Yeah.
And then he supports me. So he's not afraid of me. Anybody who doesn't know me will be afraid of me. So, but most people are just afraid of my voice and my presentation.
Yeah.
But I am a very sweet, gentle, loving, flirty, calm, quiet, conservative woman But when you find my
Trouble.
including my mama, my papa for grave, and my family, you go here. I go just change them for you.
But I see you in a lot of dresses. Are you hiding like BBL or all this beautiful gap?
No.
Why is your body so nicely proportioned?
At over 40, my body's coming back to no. My body's I've been like this for years.
Wow.
You know, when I first married, my first marriage, my husband told me, don't worry, just give out all your clothes. You're going to be a mother now and all that. So those days, TM, Lewin, H&C, and Curtis were raining. Oh my God, I had all my friends, just come and read my wardrobe. I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a baby. Nah. After baby 1 year later, I started calling my friend, please, that my shirt.
Bring her back.
I'm still the same size 10 that I am. And funny enough, I still have those clothes and I still wear them.
Wow.
So I've always been like this. I've always been like this. I'm very cautious about my well-being, my nutrition, my style. And it's helped me all the way.
Stylish woman. I love myself a stylish woman any day.
You have to be now.
Of course now.
Babe, what's in
Sister
it all?
power.
Style is you. Style is confidence.
Yeah.
Once you're not stylish, you lose your self-morale, you lose your self-confidence, and you start going for all this BBL and things.
Girl, did you
So
hear
now woman will
that?
not get confidence. So though, please,
Uh-huh.
it's a fundamental right of a woman to decide what she wants to be, how she wants to look like, how many kids she wants to have. It's their right. We have no right to tell them not to do it, but be ready to bear the consequences of your action. So any girl where they do BBL, no say, now you're right. But be ready to bear the consequences. Don't come and seek pity and tell you say he boss, he did tear, he did pain. Nah, if I don't read the terms and conditions.
Oh my God.
because based on what you just said, again, like, you know, certain people don't like to consider the consequence of certain actions. And I think it's something that people actually need to consider when you're making certain kind of decisions, that there's the other side to it. So when that side finally comes to be, don't act surprised like you never knew
It's
this
your
particular
right.
Like
But
you
should
didn't knew.
Yeah. Like abroad, they tell you once you're 18, once you're 16, you have a right to do this. Your Zimbabwe still give you the right. Mess up and they hold you on the right.
True.
So the rights always have the positive and the negative sides of it. So if you want to touch your boobs, you can't exercise, you can't understand well-being, you can't up your game, you can't live up to your age, then whatever comes.
You take it. You take it.
I like it when you hear straight talk. Okay. Today we're going to talk about the girl child basically, and I know that you're an advocate for empowering women, children, those kinds of things seems to be up your alley, and I know that you have faced a lot of criticisms based on what you choose to do, and some people in the industry will say, Dr. Adetoun, just Adetoun, that woman just likes Wahala. So how do you feel when people actually, negatize what you consider good or what you consider your own way of doing things, and they call you names like, she's a cloud chaser. She just wants to do it for the gram? Because I know you've come under fire a lot of times based on what or how you choose to do your own things.
All right. So for that, for me, it's not a big deal, because understanding the principles of life is very important. You see this light that brings radiance, this light that brings beauty, this light that shines bright on everybody has a positive and a negative side. There's a negative cable and there's a positive cable. So we all can be positive about life. We all can be positive about change, and everybody still can be negative. So why you see the younger generation, they call it clout, because we are in their space. We're in their space where they're making money. We're in their space where they're not employed, they're not getting anything from the government, and everything they do is just to generate attention and convert it to money. So they are in the conversion business. So when you come in their own space and you're talking about things like this, they define it as clout. Also, you cannot blame them when they call it clout, because the media has pushed Just Adetoun as somebody who knows the politicians, and then they see me as a spy. And my question is, where una office dey? Where una appoint me? Una no appoint me, una no give me office. Where can they spy, they go give una? So for me, I don't have a problem with it. And you know what gives me the consolation? If I grow old tomorrow, I know that I did my best not to fail the coming generation. Our own parents failed us. When people call my mom and tell my mom, this, that, talk to your daughter, my mom will say, I failed her. I didn't speak for her when I was supposed to speak for her. So I don't also want to fail my children because this is a legacy. You're talking about a girl child. This is our future. This is our sweat. This is our labor. This is the reason why you and I will go, we hustle. We want to pay school fees. We want to do also, we want to provide clothes. We want to give them the best.
Yeah.
We didn't get the best. A lot of people will tell you they grew up helping their mother to go to the farm to carry water. But today, they put their kids in private schools. Today, they're giving their children the best, securities and all of that, because they don't want their children to suffer what they suffer.
Yeah.
And when you come out to talk about the girl child, their protection, their dignity, most importantly, and you're advocating for them, people will now come and tell you that, is that not how we grew up? Are your own children still going to the farm?
True.
Are your own children still are your own children hustling? So why is dignifying a child classy? Why have we chose a pattern we want to follow when it comes to doing the right thing or getting it right? You know, so for me, if you like, call me any name. I'm still looking for somebody that'll break a deal and call me something aside cloud, because cloud soldier don't expire. It has not given me money. I'm looking for a name that will give me money. None of my social media pages are monetized. So this cloud thing has to convert to money. So I cannot blame them. People don't have anyone to trust. A lot of people have come up as activists, and you see them in the political space tomorrow. So I don't blame these people, because people have failed them consistently and they still fail them. And the people that they now feel are their saints, you celebrities, are the ones failing them the most. Because you now start saying, let our celebrities come and talk for us. You want your celebrities to come and talk, but me that I'm not the celebrity that I'm talking. You have insulted me, you have abused me, you have cursed my family, you have lied against me, you have called me all sorts of names. And they are watching, and you want them to still come and take the bullet. Nah, the bullet is not for everybody. Some people know wear bulletproof of insult. So, so I don't blame them. It's okay.
So talking about because you mentioned something just now that it is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. What kind of mindset does the average person, because you are quite vocal, and like you mentioned just now, a number of celebrities may not necessarily be able to come out to do what you do, because of course celebrities will find a way to also manage their brand and all of that. They will consider a lot of that. But what kind of mindset does the average, because right now in Nigeria, we are ahead, like I said when we started, that I don't wear my my cap, you know. What kind of mindset does the average Nigerian need to have in order for them to become a voice like you are right now? Because again, many people are a bit more fearful today, are concerned about so many things before they decide to come out, because yes, they've humbled certain people in the past. So what kind of mindset does the average Nigerian who needs to, because we're encouraging so many people to come out, to speak, but we're not really addressing the mindset of the average person. So what kind of mindset
every
needs to
Nigerian has to understand that every die in a die. You talk you go buy. You no talk you go buy. If you dey fear, say, government go come after you, you first sit down for your house. Accident happen from somewhere, then they shoot, straight bullet hit you. You can go to the hospital, and then your parents or somebody around you needs medical help. And because the health facility, the health system is bad, oxygen, no blood, no this, your family will die. Do you understand? Then everybody needs to understand that you and I are the opposition. You see the people you think you bestow the responsibility of speaking for you and defending for you. Don't forget that they are all politicians moving from one political party to the other. If PDP is in government one place, APC is supposed to be countering them. But they don't, because they're also looking for a way to join the moving train. So we are the opposition. And when there's any situation where nobody is holding you accountable, you find out that nobody is asking you questions, everybody will be relaxed. Even as a normal human being, if your husband day house now, he's supposed to come back by 9, he no come back. He calls you and give you a story, baby, I'll come back by 11. You say, all right, no problems. The next day, he will shift it to 1. Before you know it, he will say he's not coming back a day. And you are not talking. And then one day you wake up, your husband is not coming home in a week. And then you start saying, no, you caused it. So these politicians, this government, this country has gotten to the point where it is because nobody has been questioning them. They are not accountable to anybody. That is what we are supposed to be doing, but we are scared. Who are you scared of? Government doesn't see us as a problem. Government is praying that let them not talk. When government is praying that you should not talk, and you yourself, you say, I know one wahala, maybe they can't hold me. We are not sincere to ourselves. We're hypocrites in this country. Americans will say, God bless America. God bless America because if somebody sees something happening, somebody's going to call it social warfare.
Yeah.
If somebody sees something happen, somebody's going to call the police. Now, they don't pray as much as we do. But Nigerians will go to church from Monday till Sunday. And then when you see something happening and you want to call for help, they say, waiting concern you.
Yeah.
What's your business?
Yeah.
Is it your picking? I just thank God it's not my daughter you are doing that to. I for don't break your head. You for don't hear him. And you forget that our society used to be very good. Our society used to be very safe when we had what we call communal parenting.
Yes.
One person was watching for another person's child.
Yeah.
Those days when our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers were going to Lagos Island to sell Ankara matches and all of that. Some people would be out and say, hey, where are you going? Come back here.
Yeah.
You have not done yet. Go and do your hair. But this day, everybody say, lock gates. If anybody calls, don't open. Mind your business. Things have changed. And who are we? I'm not a girl. I'm not a woman. My name is I am a mother. Meaning that one person gives birth to a child. The whole society owes these children the responsibility to protect, to defend, and to uphold their dignity. But do we see it that way? We don't. But when there's a problem, you come and you want to scream for help. And we that are screaming for what your social amenities, your social protection, your social rights are, you will now come back and tell us that we are chasing clouds.
Exactly.
I don't understand. This thing, the game is not gaming. The ball is not
It's not at all. Because you refuse to speak, but people who are speaking, you are attacking them.
You keep hard warriors. And you feel you can demoralize them. But you know one thing that has helped me? My husband will also tell me, you cannot go to the stream to bathe and you expect not to get wet. He tells me that every time. And unfortunately for bloggers who try to write a lot of negative things about me, the question I always ask them is, who exactly are you trying to destroy? Do you want to destroy Adetoun Onajobi as a person, or you want to destroy just Adetoun? Just Adetoun is a revolutionary matriarch. You can't destroy that name. Because I myself, I still can't measure the powers behind that name. I still can't understand the energy, the spirit of commitment behind that name. Every day when I say I'm weak, I just wake up strengthened. Every day when my voice is so weak, sometimes I sing. And you know, sometimes when I go to the studio, my producer will say, Madam, you can't sing today. Your voice is cracked, your voice. And then the next thing say, okay, let's do it tomorrow. And when I get to the studio, my voice when I'm singing is different from my voice when I am an activist. So the question is, who do the bloggers want to break? Just Adetoun Onajobi. They're two different people.
Wow.
Just Adetoun is the wild lion. She's the matriarch. She's the oriri. She will bite you anyhow she wants to bite you. She will say what she needs to say. She doesn't care. I have control over what I say. But babes, I don't have control how you perceive what I say.
Exactly.
So how the people perceive what I say, whether as negative, I don't have control. But the people that I'm talking to, the people behind the powers, the people are in the space of authority, they don't understand what I'm saying because they know that I'm not going to take it lightly. We whine, we dine, we talk, but they've respected my person that just Adetoun can be nice, she can be respectful, she can be everything, she can be our Lagos State wife, she can be APC wife, but nah, don't trouble her when it comes to children, social protection of people. She will change it for Una.
You know, it's so passion is so palpable because I see a lot of people now will tell you that they are passionate about a thing, and I would remember in some wise words that they said, if you are not willing to die for a cause, then you have no cause to pursue at all.
True.
Yeah.
And I see how you stand. And you stand by your own voice as just Adetoun. And it's something that is very commendable. And imagine if we have 30 of those kind of voices as strong as this, it will be deafening in the ears of those that need to listen. Like me, I have a challenge. I leave the government to the side. I am a bit worried about the girl child. I am wondering that, is it that we have left everything that we should do about training to the side? Because these days, everybody will blame parents. Everybody will blame caregivers. But now I'm beginning to say, who is the girl child not supposed to take responsibility somehow? So many months ago, I walked into an Instagram live by a young Nigerian boy. And it is still traumatizing to me today. He would ask the girls to show them their breasts, to show him their breasts. He would ask them to jump. And the girls will do it.
Yeah.
They were not coerced. They were not forced. He was just saying, oh yeah, show me your point. Show me your point. Jump, jump, jump. Ah! He would laugh, oh yeah, drop tiger, drop lion, drop this. And I'm wondering that. Now, that is an aside. Our young ladies can publicly now go out to say that I am charging for sex to upgrade my life, to upkeep myself. I just want to ask that, is this the new woke girls? Because it's a different thing to be fighting for women that the girls, the children were fighting for. That means you are looking for some kind of protection for them, some kind of covering their dignity. But what do you now do when the cloth you are using to cover these girls, they are uncovering themselves? Who should take responsibility for this moral decadence? Or is that what we should accept as it is my truth, it is my world, that is how I want to live?
Or a norm today.
Or a norm today.
So I did a song on African values. Owó ti jẹ wá, ìwà olórúkọ mọ́ o. Ìwà oníyì, owó ti gbé ìwà mi. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Character no get value again. Money don't swallow everything. Now, as sad as it may sound, you see all of these things happening, everything that concerns a girl child, everything that concerns a child's position is the government. There are constitutions backing everything: protection, dignity, sexual harassment, sexual protection. But people have seen the government as do the road, fix road, construction, and all of that. The primary responsibility of every child is the government. So when people see me saying the government, dragging the government and holding the government to their balls, because I understand what the law says about it. A lot of people don't understand what the law says about it. A lot of people will say, Governor so. Listen, call them the chief security officers of every state. Meaning that your safety, your protection, your feeding, your water, your sleep, your school, your bills is supposed to be on the government. And that is why the government will go any length to make you pay your tax. Government has every avenue to generate funds, but they have applications, they have softwares, they have people they will give contracts to. But when it comes to the government giving contracts to people, NGOs who are into child protection, they will tell you they don't have funds. The government, when they say government should regulate the media space, they want to regulate the media space because people are insulting them. They don't want to regulate the media space because people are using it to exploit the future leaders of tomorrow. The government has failed the people. These people have taken the baton of breaking the chain of poverty into their own hands. The government cannot talk because you call it public schools, but people go to schools and they still have to buy textbooks. People are under pressure to meet up with what the high level of pressure our celebrities are putting them on. Celebrities want to come and show Louis Vuitton bags. Celebrities come and show these. So the pressure is from right and left. So the question is, do we blame our girls? It's a yes and a no. Because people are not preaching dignity. Our girls have become instruments and objects. Our men don't respect women or girls anymore because they see them as a sex tool. They don't teach our girls. When we were growing up, who is your role model? Miriam Makeba, Joke Silva. We were mentioning names because we saw tenacity in what they were doing. Commitment through their voice, through their actions, through their responsible ways. But when you mention celebrities today, celebrities who involve in sexual indulgence and is all over the media space, celebrities who come out to smoke, and then when it comes to protecting the child, upholding their responsibility of protecting these children, dignifying these children, you come and say, no, it's part of our culture. When them Sonny Okosu were singing, when then oh mommy shorere Onyeka when they were singing, were they stripping naked? When they were singing songs, if you love me, you go wait for me. Were they hitting butts? Were they tapping bum bum? But this same society who is craving and dying for change, you download their song. You see somebody sings a song of ass and butt and is applying for Grammy Award. And then people are the ones paying, downloading their songs, streaming their songs, making them millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires. But we are selective of the kind of change that we want in Nigeria. We're selective of the kind of change. So when you are talking about a girl child, they are talking to you about, no, this is part of our culture. So it was our culture that some people will be smoking Igbokwa. So our girls have failed because the government is not doing. The government needs to continue to tighten the rope of parenting, make stringent laws. If you molest a child, you're going for life imprisonment, death sentence, castration.
Yes.
Put out the people, sexual offenders, post their pictures and their names. People take up jobs in places, in schools, school bus driver, this. They are the ones molesting.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Once I leave here, and I'm going to do a case of a man who sexually molested a 13-year-old girl and gave her 300 naira.
Wow.
And I'm sure that girl is starving for sanitary towel. And the question is, where are their parents? My parents left me at home and went out. And when you tell them it's not right for you to keep a child at home and go out, they will say that was how we were brought up.
Well, it seems as if we're talking from two sides of our mouths. We're the ones that are saying, "Wani wan fe mole, awa no latuni kole ma wa ja or something." I wish I knew all this Yoruba to back up my allegations. You know, I talked about that on the side, but I'm beginning to see another alarming trend. Women have been sexually exploited for years, aeons. In fact, sometimes I'll read in the Bible and it will be very, I never knew why one of the sons of David was not convicted for raping his own sister. And that place just went like that. Maybe if there was a deterrent or there was some kind of action, maybe some men will not have the effrontery to do what they do. Now, because a lot of us are so tied to religion. And if you put anything, if you tie the wrapper of religion on things, so many people will swallow it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
And this impunity has gone on for years that everybody has now beginning to accept it as a norm. And that is on one side. But now I'm so concerned about the girl child because there are so many things that we see as trend. Now we are hearing that, okay, yes, we know that women are sexually exploited. But now I'm beginning to see another breed of girls who are so pushing the negative narrative. We already know that I feel for the boy child these days because everywhere I turn, women empowerment, women training, women are having summits, women are doing conventions about the girl child, how to empower us, how to get us going. And a lot of young boys are left untrained. So even these excessively trained girls that have so much knowledge, so much understanding, more than the average boy child, are able to now manipulate them. That I will see women now. I saw, I don't know where I saw the story, where this young lady, she went to this teacher's house and the teacher said, I don't know where to take you. She pointed the house where they could go. When they got there, she took off her own clothes.
Made herself available.
Made herself, laid on the bed. The man asked her, "Can I?" He said yes. But as they were getting into it, they had even started the action. And maybe she just suddenly had a realization and she now said no. And watching it, it was a feeble no. It was a no that you are still holding on to this person. So
how old was the girl?
This girl is about, let's say, 16.
You're talking about a 16.
Yeah.
I have a video of a 6-year-old, going to be 6-year-old. The man was sexually molesting her and the girl was caressing the man's whole body.
That is, I am
6-year-old girl.
I'm totally traumatized about what is happening in our society and we cannot even begin to understand. So what do we now do to the narrative of girls that are blatantly lying? They are the ones that made themselves available for some of these boys. And maybe when they just have a rethink, they end up accusing them.
Okay, so...
But because the floodlight is on women being harassed, which is true.
As victims.
Yeah. But now, I'm seeing some crop of boys, men, are becoming abused and lied against or lied on by some of these girls.
So this is because we have a society that women they've weaponized their beauty. They use it as a bait. Do you understand? In as much as we're advocating that nobody should harass a woman, sexual intimidation, to get a job, to get a contract, to get this and that, we're also against women using it as an instrument to destroy men.
Yep.
I'll give a very good example. When Natasha Akpoti's issue happened, a lot of people reached out to me. I put the cards on the table and I said, you know what? If they want to investigate Natasha, let them investigate Natasha. And the only reason why we wanted Natasha to be investigated is because if Natasha was telling a lie, let all women, we will come say, I am Natasha, you are Natasha. We'll come and then we'll castigate her. We will deal with her. We will go to any level because, like I said, this is something that we don't want our younger generation to inherit.
Yeah.
But the way they've left the matter quiet now, meaning that we don't know whether it was true or it is a lie. Yeah. But we want the matter properly investigated because somebody has to be a scapegoat or somebody has to break the chain.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Somebody has to be a scapegoat or a chain to break it. So if she was sexually molested, now everybody will understand that, we can't do this again because cameras, or we don't know what a girl will go and say or a woman will go and say, and the society will accept it and kick against it. And if actually nothing of such happened, people who do that will not want to come, and because they say, then go tear you pieces.
Yeah.
Let me retrace back. There was an incident that happened on social media. As a matter of fact, it was one of the 5 top men in the country that said, call just Adetoun. When they called us, it was 3 of us they called. And then we listened to the woman. There and there, one person backed her. She said, no, this is not a case of this. This woman is telling a lie. Out of respect and commitment towards who just Adetoun is, I kept on pushing, we kept on investigating. And I woke up one day, I said, this woman is telling a lie. This didn't happen. I'm a born-again Christian, and I try to receive God's directives over things. But when the media overcrowded the truth, my energy, every day I went on my knees, I prayed, I said, God, bring the light that will never be dimmed into this matter. Later I heard that, this person was sentenced, and then later this person, I said, let's learn to tell the truth, and let's try to understand that don't use sex as a baiting to destroy or to get. Our young girls are watching. Everything you're saying today that our girls are doing, there's a new set of generation. They didn't learn it from the womb. They learned it from technology. Parents are not the only teachers teaching the children anymore. The school is another institution teaching the children. The social media, people give phones to their children just, when I'm at work, I can call you. These phones are not regulated. And these children will just jump on any media space, see things. You can imagine 7-year-old, 6-year-old girls doing TikTok, and they'll be doing all this.
Yeah.
It has started.
Yeah.
A popular comedian on social media the other day was using her daughter's hand to feed you. And for me, I don't care. If
I know a lot of people.
I was going to pick him up, and we were going to take that child. And the system just kept on saying, no, Tom, we don't want trouble. I said, who's trouble?
Honestly, I saw that thing. And
that's wrong.
No,
it's offensive. It's a crime. But because the society where we are, they will tell you, no, it's content of pain, of retrogression, content of disrespect to a feminine body. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of people will tell you nobody loves the child more than the parents. But a lot of parents are the ones ignorantly abusing their children, ignorantly exploiting their children. And when you now explain to them, they will feel like, I didn't know, because they don't know better, because there are no platforms for advocacy and awareness. Look at the case of the girl that was sweeping at 3 a.m.
Exactly.
This girl will walk about 40 minutes to the bus stop, and at 3 a.m., will now get on the bus with the mother and then go to follow the mother to go and sweep somewhere that is over 30 minutes from their house or 1 hour. And you call that training. That's abuse. That's inhumanity. And you see, there's a constitution, the Act 11 of 2003, Child's Right Constitution. It's very clear. Dignifying the child, giving the child what we call self-esteem, letting the child know that the society loves her, the law loves her, the law protects her. And that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
That the law respects every child. The law protects every child. The law will do anything to uphold the dignity. Anything that indignifies a child, the law stands for it. How many people know the law today? No, people don't know.
Yeah.
So when they see you do things like that, they will either come for you that you disrespected the child in front of the mother.
Yeah.
You did this. No, the law doesn't say anything of such. 3 a.m., you call that training? Why don't you bring your own children out at 3 a.m.? And what caught my attention is, listen, I live in Ikoyi. Even the rich men people will not tell their daughters to go and sweep at 3 a.m. the front of their compound.
Yeah.
So are we being selective of the kind of change that we want?
But everybody is going to rope it around the fact that, oh, it is poverty. And I said that, okay, if that child was caught as they're going and she was taken from her mother,
And then they come
what
to the
would
media.
she have done?
Yeah.
No.
What would
They-
she say she was taking
No,
that
They will,
child?
they will come to the media,
No,
definitely.
you said, God bless you. You said something. You said Nigerians are too mad.
Yes,
Then they
they
will
talk
come.
from
I
two
post a
sides
lot
of
of
their
things on
mouth.
my page. And the next thing you see, how can a mother do this to her own child?
Yes.
The same Nigerians that told you, just Adetoun is a cloud chaser.
Yes.
She did it for making money. Somebody even lied that I'm
Ah.
setting up an NGO. I've had an NGO since 2015. I will go from here to North. We will go from here to Benin, Enugu, to go and deal with babies we don't know. Before all of this social media, these are the same people that come and say, where was human taking her to at 3 a.m.? She won't go take him up, do
Yes.
ritual.
Yeah.
She won't go carrying, picking, do prostitution.
Yes.
That's the media for you. And don't forget I said it. There will always be the positive mentality and there will
the
be,
negative.
but we that we know what the law says and we are craving for change, we will not allow some people's mental ignorance take advantage of our commitment towards changing the narrative.
So basically, for me, what I see with this whole thing is a lot of Nigerians are hypocritical. You made an example of the comedian who allowed the child to be, play. When I saw it, I was disgusted.
During Baba Ijesha's case.
God. Oh.
Before 6 a.m. in the
God.
morning, phone calls were coming. Just Adetoun, please, you are the only one who can help us. They released Baba Ijesha. And the nasty thing about it, I'm sorry to say, is the caliber of people that started to call us when we went to the police. Because you see this country that you are seeing, Nigeria, you better keep your gentility. If you people don't scatter the table, you can't reshuffle this table.
Yeah.
When we got there, say, if anybody release him, we'll do this. And the caliber of people that were calling the first ladies, the commissioners, the senators, the only thing I was hearing is because he's a celebrity. That was what aggravated my anger the most. Because he is a celebrity.
That's why it should be held
Because
to a
he's
higher
an
standard.
actor. So he shouldn't be investigated. He shouldn't be looked into. People hide under. Who are these celebrities, please? Excuse me. Everybody is a celebrity. Celebrate yourself in what you do.
In their own right.
If you are a tailor, celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
These people are make-believes. And they've done everything to put themselves in the highest level of make-believe. They wear clothes, they come and then flaunt it and you say, I just love this man. I just love this woman. What do you know about them?
Yeah.
They come on your screens to act and you turn them into goddesses. And you want to hold them responsible for change. And then when justice should be served, you come and tell me because this person is a celebrity. Now I go rip you off of that celebrity. Because me myself, as I sell baby food, I'm a celebrity baby food seller. Hype yourself, level up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was what got me angry the most. Because he is a celebrity. Somebody had a meeting with me, one very popular person, like 4 or 5 days ago. Said, just Adetoun, we just want to ask you for a favor. What can you do to us on Baba Ijesha's case? We want to seek for amnesty. I'll be waiting in
What does that
pardon.
mean?
I said, okay, you want me to go and meet the government and ask for amnesty or pardon? On what grounds? Because the government will say, just Adetoun, you have come again.
Yeah.
What is your problem? Let us attend to you. You don't have a problem, but you have problem that citizens are always facing. Okay, madam, what can we do for you? The government will ask me, so this person you are talking about, what has he contributed to the economic value of? If he's an actor and they are making revenue, does he pay actors tax? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many advocacy programs has he done for the government, going enlightening people, advocating? How many times, what has he done? All the money he has been making, is it not his personal money?
Yeah.
I told them, I said I would have loved to go. But I don't have anything to present. So if you feel you want to help him, send him some money. And because I personally, as a prophetess. I saw Baba Ijesha at a location with Mama Rainbow, but Ashagi, Toyin Lawani's shooting. And I was just there. Because, I mean, when I go to public place, I'm just very quiet because I pray a lot. My mind, my spirit is heavily committed to God and God alone. And the prophecy came. I told Baba Ijesha myself, you are going to jail. He didn't believe. Maybe people think that prophetesses, or if you have God, there is a particular way they dress. There's a particular way you must look.
Yes.
And you know, about 3 weeks, he said, Auntie, you are correct. What you saw around children is true. My ex-wife, she carried my twins. She ran away with them to America. I said, no, this is not what I'm seeing. Your hands are soiled in the pains of children. 3 weeks before it happened.
Wow, just that close.
I still saw him at Oregon, that place where they sell generator close to. I was driving and I saw Baba Ijesha and I rolled down and I told him, Baba Ijesha, I did like this. Any day he comes out of jail, let him come and debunk. Anyway, he can't even, because he's been telling people that, and I warned him. And that was the reason why that day when I got to the police station, I didn't even know it was the same person, because when they were even telling me, don't just be coming, I said, I'm not going anywhere with you people. Who is the person there? I want to speak to that person. And then we got there, we identified that it was Baba Ijesha. When he saw me at the police station, he said, Auntie, you told me, but thank you for coming for me. I said, coming for who? Me, advocates. Me, where go beat my mama to pop if they maltreat any pikin. I told you, that's prophetic just Adetoun.
Yeah.
That is not activist just Adetoun. And that is not advocate just Adetoun. The day they sentenced Baba Ijesha, the first thing that came out of his mouth, he pointed at me in the courtroom. He said, this woman said it, and it happened. Even the judge said, who is that woman? I just walked out of the courtroom. That's to tell you that I'm about 5 person in one. So let's not say because somebody, R. Kelly, all of them are suffering it in America now.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are there are suffering it. So what separates our
A-listers.
society?
Exactly. You know, that brings me to another thing that worries me. Because when it comes to maybe sexual assault and all these kinds of things that happen to the girl child, they ask us for this evidence. And I found out that most of the time, most of the women that we're able to get evidence for are people that maybe violence happened alongside maybe the rape, maybe the child. In fact, I cannot even lie to you. Agwala knows this person I don't want to mention because they will come and talk again. Just this morning, a colleague of ours, I just asked him that where was he going? He said, oh, Lolo, you don't know what you did for me yesterday. I was going to the police station. I said, why? He said, my 2-year-old was abused by a girl, not even a boy child, a girl child that came from the village. Oh, Adetoun, when they showed me that little girl's private, she was bleeding. I said,
Fistula all gone.
how did this happen? From a girl child, what did she put in there? And they said, thank God that Lagos State Domestic Violence DSVA have taken it up and they're taking it. People always talk about this evidence. And I say that for many women, people don't understand the emotional trauma that comes with rape. One, that shame, denial first hits you.
Yeah.
You first think to yourself that did this happen? Did this just happen to me? How? Why? How come? Did I fight? You are questioning so many things.
So your mind is not necessarily thinking evidence. At
that time, you are thinking shame. You want to hide away. You don't want people to know. Because I'm just finding out that people like you that even speak for victims, they attack you.
Oh, yes.
They do all sorts of things to derail you, to cause aspersion to your person. They attack your integrity, who you are. They even attack you to your home, your children, your family.
Yeah.
What is now the fate of victims? People that keep quiet and don't talk about it, people will judge them that, oh, when it happened, why did you speak?
Yeah.
I said something on this podcast and, oh God, it was everywhere. People just believe that a woman of this caliber cannot experience such a negative happening. And it is the same thing that I talked about that happened. Because as old as I am, don't you think I'll question myself? That how did this happen? How could it be me? did this really happen? Did I do something to make this happen? How do I tell someone that this person that they respect, they honor, they look at in this way, did this? You know, and it took years for me to even accept it. The day I said it on this show, it just fell out. It wasn't something I even planned
Bible
to
says
say.
out of abundance of the heart, the mouth
Exactly.
speaketh.
Especially if you are faced with your abuser on a daily basis, it makes the trauma relieved on a daily basis.
Renewed to your
so
face.
What do we say to people that victim shame? Because these are the kinds of things that make people take their own lives. Because they'll just think it up to a point like, nobody can believe me.
Yeah.
There is no way out of this. I just want to escape the shame, the stigma. On radio many years ago, a little girl in Echooroom was going to jam. And she called me on the show and said, the chief area boy in their yard raped her in an uncompleted building. Oh, I was going to call the STV. I was going all the way. The next day, the father called me.
We don't want trouble.
We do not want. They first asked me, am I going to change their location, their house? I was working on radio. Can I even afford the rent? And because of that, they say I should hands off the case. So what do we do to the society you, Adetoun, are always fighting for? This same society you are fighting for, laying your life down for on a daily basis. They are the ones that victim shame. And let me shock you. Women are the biggest culprits.
Oh, yes.
What do you want to say to such?
All right, so there's something I need people to understand. No one is going to fix it for us if we cannot fix this world by ourselves. Love doesn't exist in our society anymore. Everybody's selfish about what they want. Bloggers, content creators, they like to extract something. Your story, I'm sure if you had posted it on YouTube, the number of bloggers that shared it, they will not tell you go and watch the full page, the full video.
They just took
so
one
the
line.
media would extract what they want to put in the face of the public. They create that tension and emotion, and everybody starts to respond based on what they see. So the real people who are exploiting their mental negligence are making money off them. And the question today is, for how long are we not going to stand for each other? It's called the spirit of Umoja. We need to come together and fight our battles. We need to come together and secure a safer street for our girls. You know, but it's not happening. It's not happening. People don't know the law. People are not interested in knowing the law. People don't understand that it's a fundamental right. If you go to the women's right of UNESCO, it's part of your right as a woman to speak when you want to speak. It is part of your right as a woman to stay quiet when you want to stay quiet. 2023 was International Women's Day, and then this was what we were talking about. Every woman should understand their right. The society should not tell you why now. It's wrong. You're killing somebody's moral strength. It takes a whole lot for somebody to wake up one day and say, I want to deal with this. I want to fight this battle. It takes a whole lot of self-confidence, courage, and most importantly, forgiving yourself, healing inside of you. Before you now say, you know what, I want to come and face the society that will support me. That society you want to come and face to support you is the same society that would castigate you, that would destroy you. It happened to me during 2024 election. We have Jide Sanwo-Olu as the Mumunsin governor. And then somebody comes out from nowhere, and says he wants to be governor. And this is somebody that has sexually molested me before. If not, be say, Adam street babe. You know, my father, I come from a very wealthy home, but I love the way my father trained us. He trained us on the street. So I was fully aware of a lot of things. This is somebody that lured me into his room. When I came, I'm here now, and this is a house, this is a building. Okay, bring the paperwork. And I've been waiting for over 3 hours, and somebody just says, oh dear, madam, come. And I carry my bag, and I enter. I never even enter room finish. Somebody don't drag me on top bed. And then bring arm out. And then the next thing, I came out for self-defense. You know? And then, God, luckily for me, hit his balls. I jump fence where dog day. You know this staircase. Now I roll down because the minute I was able to get him down, and he kept weights of dollars and his passport because he was going to Umrah that day. He was going to Umrah that day. You know? And I kept quiet about it. Funny enough, this person worked with my husband now. And even when I was married, I didn't even open my mouth to say it because it was a battle I fought myself. And I've forgiven myself. And I was so happy that even as I see dollars on top table, you know, subdue me. Because a lot of celebrities, when they see dollar, their sex action go increase. They do it, they collect the money and they walk away. And they come social media and start flaunting and this and that. But some of us were born with dignity. And we understand what self-respect and self-value is because you don't know where you're going to tomorrow. Do you know that during election, this guy now came out and said he wants to be governor? As a matter of fact, even before then, they called me. They said, Adetoun, you don't like APC. You're always abusing APC. We found another candidate that is coming out. We'll pay you money. Come and help us to use this one to counter. So I said, thank God, Sanwo-Olu go here. And then when they mentioned the name of the candidates, I just told them, it was even in my daughter's school, they were talking. I just said, please, tell this person not to waste money. Because if you come out for election, I will fight you spiritually. I will fight you as an activist. I will fight you with all the powers of advocacy I have. My NGO is very strong. My constitution is strong. I went for a podcast when they were saying, what does the law say? When I brought the constitution, the guy perplexed. Listen, when it was campaign period, and then they were talking, they had used money. I said, money will fail these people. I came out, I said, listen, I prefer Mumunsin governor than this one. Because this one, he will sexually harass all the girls in Lagos State. And we are still fighting Mumunsin governor to help us protect. You said the SVA is working now. And they are working 24 hours to ensure child protection. Call Lagos State on any matter, they are there. Just send them text. And then you are now bringing somebody who is a perpetuator. It no go work. And then before you knew it, they politicized it. I used my weapon not to bring somebody who would do worse to space at the right time. Bible says there's a set time and there's a mean time. When people come out to talk, all we need to do first is warm them up, embrace them, give them a landing, a soft landing. Tell them you sympathize with them. Give them all the support. Don't blame. It has taken a whole lot for that person to come out. Something happened to Busola 15 years ago. She's now talking about it. You are saying, why is she talking? Do you know what she has been dealing with? There's a case they called me for now. A girl of over 30 refused to marry. And she's been suicidal. And the parents are wondering, why is this girl? And you know the worst of it. You see, people who are victims will not talk to people that are the closest to them. People who claim that they love them, maybe their mothers, their uncles. It might be a stranger they will find comfort in. And they open up. And this girl has been suicidal. And she opened up that her grandfather was sleeping with her when she was 4 or 5 years old.
Her grandfather?
Her own biological grandfather. So we see ourselves as the people who love our children the most, but we are the ones destroying. The only thing I can plead with you, make the community calm, safe. Everything is not money. When you see anybody come out, keep out warriors. So let me kneel down for una. Give this person soft landing, because whether we like it or not, one person will learn. Some people will break this chain of poverty. When we're saying the chain of poverty needs to be broken at all costs, sometimes it's not finance. It's information. Look at the video of the girl that went viral. When everybody was insulting me, that see the way I insulted the woman couldn't talk. The woman had no idea that what she was doing to her daughter was wrong. Until I took time to explain to her. That was when she felt sober and bad. And all she was doing was she was begging. But because that was the part of the video that I posted for advocacy, that let us watch out for things like this, definitely will help. We're already placed her on salary, help will come, but let us face the most important thing, which is the section 11 of 2003 Child Right Act. Dignify a child, raise their self-esteem, build their confidence as everybody is standing for them and protecting them. When I posted the video, they said this guy at Channels Television said this. Others, don't mind that brother. Abati, he too, they talk too much. That is not the content. That's not the fact of the case. The fact of the case is, why is the health system failing? The fact of the case is, why are government hospitals claiming that they are doing free delivery and somebody is asking for 500,000? If our health system is working, we all give birth abroad. Do you understand? If our health system is working, you will not be telling somebody that you should come and deposit 500,000. If you decide to go to a private hospital, that's luxury. Celebrities do that. That's luxury. That's a choice of life, not the basic of life. We're talking about the fundamental right of every pregnant woman. is free medical services. But because the health system is not solid, is not strong, and government is also not pumping money, government will tell you it's free hospital. You buy bandage, you buy gloves, you pay for tests. I run an NGO. We're working with 876 girls, prostitutes. And when we go to their community, we have to pay them to take their children for immunization. They'll tell you they're not going. If I call Jai. Me, you see, I drop names and I drop my numbers with facts. Because if you want to hold me down for it, I have my paperwork. You know, this process will tell us until we know they go. We will go there. You see somebody in labor, they will break bottle, just put it go inside, they mix them with water. They will use the bottle to cut the baby's umbilical cord. I'll send you pictures to put to this. They'll use it to break umbilical cord. Then they will shake Igbo water, give the child to sleep. The child will drink it. So when we go to those communities, we have to pay them. Oh yeah, don't worry. Let's take your baby to the hospital. Immunization, this. They will tell you until they are not going. When you pay them money, we will say, okay, let's give them 7,000 or 8,000. Because they will tell you that they are prostitutes and they pay their rent on a daily. We pay our rent annually. Prostitutes in Agege, railway, they pay their rents daily. So they need that 8K first, because if they follow me, by 6 o'clock when they are coming back and they've not paid, their loader is outside. And police officers, armies, now them be their customers and regular men, bus stop drivers and other. Meanwhile, those buildings, those metal buildings you see are owned by army officers. Do you know that when we take them to hospitals, some of them will tell us that they are coming, they want to go and quickly wee downstairs. They will leave the baby and run away. But because we've given them the confidence that we will pay the bills, we'll buy the gloves, they will stay there with us. But once it's 1 o'clock, they will leave you there because they want to go to bus stop. That 1,000 naira that their baby father give them, it must not miss, because they'll tell you that we might not see you tomorrow until you are an NGO, if not government. Now, you know what we even do? Social workers working with Lagos state government or government, because we go to different states, they will now tell us, auntie, you na NGO, how many shirts una carry come? Give us your NGO shirt. Let us wear it and we'll follow you. Want to go and work? Because once they identify that they are government officials, they will beat them to stupor. So NGOs even have to hide under. Social services are working in Nigeria. That's why the other one they had social services, I say they are effective in Nigeria. But the fear and the trauma they face when they go to citizens, they will now wear our t-shirts. Will now go there, help. Go to government hospitals. A lot of children that are there are abandoned because they cannot afford to pay. But the media said they started to insult Abati. Abati is a rich man. He has his own, why can't you plan? Family plan. But listen, it is not the responsibility. We live abroad. Our daughters get their monthly allowance. I don't need to go to anybody. Once you give birth, put your date of birth, put your database, your money will come to you. But here they have collected NI. They have collected their passports. They have collected BVN. Now, please, what are people doing with all these things? The same money you push to tell people to stop talking against the government. If you are willing to give just Adetoun 100 million, spread the 100 million across one community. You give somebody 5,000 to do pap and a milk. Hey, money don't land. People go to public hospitals. Let them be able to get free diaper. My NGO last year, we did 1,000 schools. We wrote letters to over 1,000 schools. We wrote letters to government. We want to go to schools. We give these girls free sanitary pads. Don't let any man tell you to come close because you need money for 300 naira. These are the things that we are doing. You can do it. You can do it. Even if you cannot be aggressive as just Adetoun or be vocal, take a space, take a community. America today that everybody is running away to the Japa, America didn't grow as a nation. America grew as a community. America grew as a state. That's why you see they'll tell you there this law in this state, this law is not effective in this state. Let us start to grow our community. And then before you know it, nation building starts with a family. Then it goes into a community. Then it goes into a society. Then it goes into nation building. So let us start. Just pick one family and put an eye on them. If you see that their girl is not dressing properly, call the girl. It's your responsibility, it's your right. If you see that the girl is started following man, it's not your daughter, maybe it's just your housemaid or your neighbor's housemaid, call the girl. When everybody starts to bite, these lions roaring, they will go back into hiding. And before we know it, we've gone back to communal parenting. Our society becomes safe for our young girls. Our young girls will also not understand that all these girls that are on social media are issue talking all this. Pick them up.
Oh, thank you.
Arrest them.
You know, I see
exploiting people to make money. Shake your bum bum. Oh yeah, give it to me. and you disrespect yourself
to do it.
You turn yourself into a weapon. Being a beautiful woman is not by your physical future. It's by your, when we did, now we don't do babes now. Those days when we were young, Abba, we go carry men, go restaurant, we'll have conversations, we'll be talking of business, we'll be talking of, and they respected us.
Yeah.
But this ones, they will snap the breast, send it, send it, shake. You can shake, you're a woman, in your body. I do it sometimes, I just play a few seconds, just admire yourself and feel comfortable. But these ones have turned it into,
honestly,
there is a school, there is a King's College. Last year, there is a website, somebody sent it to us. 12, 11, 9, 14-year-old girls. They will send their nude pictures to men. Then they will select which one they want, and they will tell them to come. As God go catch them, they were jumping fence. One of them had an accident, fell down, and it was a fatal issue. The government can be everywhere.
Exactly.
And you all have to understand that it is partnership that works.
Yes.
Turn yourself as the opposition party. You make yourself an opposition and see whether our society will not be better. People who abuse me, insult me. She knows politicians. She's chopping from them. Listen, family is different from nation. There are some things that families will help you with. There are some things that family will not help you with. When the laws are straight and effective, you don't need any family member. That is why you see American people won't do it if you no call him papa, if you no call him mama. That is why at the age of 12, 13, government is paying for your fees, giving you £120 every month. You don't need your parents. If your parents are stressing you, call social worker for them. Nigeria, now me burn you, now me do this. I beg you. It's not your constitutional power. Don't forget that we are all parents. And what do you mean to be a parent? We are only there to guideline these children. The greatest responsibility and the gift God has bestowed to you is to be able to advance from the position of a woman to a mother, which is tough. It's a tough institution. The days where you will cry, the days when there will be no food, the sleepless night, but you have to come out face in front of your children and be strong. And somebody was telling me, let the girl see the kind of job that her mother is doing so that she will know to keep her head straight. I beg go.
That's trauma.
No, that's not training.
Because you're traumatizing another generation.
Another generation.
You are passing on the same thing. Because
this girl will go to school, is not psychologically stable.
Yes.
A lot of people started coming out in our essay. They've seen this woman or they've been warning now, but they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do because me, I'm very quiet. A lot of people don't even know that I live in that estate. When they are doing anything, I know they come out. You understand?
Yes.
Because people don't know where to go, what to do. They'll tell you they don't know. And this girl will come. I even spoke to the gate man. Is it during holidays that this girl comes alone? They said no. And the funniest thing is, the estates has frowned against people bringing, even Hausas, laborers, bricklayers. They don't want it in our estates. If you want to work, you must be a certain age and above. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So the estate has also frowned against it. And it was just a blessing in disguise because the incident happened, I think, on a Monday. A Thursday before that Monday, they had called the company that brings all these people and they were going to fire them. And this incident happened. So please, fellow Nigerians, fellow women, fellow mothers, young girl, you are beautiful. You are strong. What gives you your strength is the ability to fall and rise again.
Yes.
We all have our stages where we break, but we don't break into pieces. We break to be remodeled. People call themselves Christian. We serve a God. So if you find yourself in any situation and any predicament, whether you're in a marriage, it's not working, you're broken, you lose money, that doesn't tell you to give yourself away. The first thing you should do is forgive yourself and tell yourself, I am that woman who will break even. Don't subject yourself to be used. Don't subject yourself. Don't condescend low to be an instrument. It's not worth it. You know why? Life is full of chance and grace. You don't know where you will find yourself tomorrow. I used to have a friend, she's no longer in Nigeria. We won't go chop Owambe. We got to the entrance of the party, and suddenly myself said, yeah, my tummy is paining me. She cannot go in. I was on here, sorry, what happened? The minute she sighted the hall, the table of where the person that invited us, I wanted to go and meet, we go Ganusi.
Yeah.
Ganusi has been on for years. Yeah. The table of the guy wanted to do Ganusi that gave us, that will still even give us souvenir or take away. That particular table, there were over 15 men that have slept with that same girl there. So, Bele Holland. I can't tell the guy, I said, you want which Bele? Oh yeah, let me go and buy Pepto Me small. Let me buy Gaviscon. He said, let's just be going on. It was when we got to him, I said, that table does scatter.
Table of men.
Table of men. She has become a national distributor.
Where is her dignity? Where is her self-worth? Where is her self-pride? Hold it on. It's priceless. Nobody can pay for it. Don't make it cheap. You can enjoy, you can be happy. We all had fun when we're growing up. Not because as a born-again Christian. If I don't tell you I'm a born-again Christian and professor, I know right hand for head. Yeah. Because if you wear bun short, I wear bun shorts. I will not allow my husband to go and be following one girl up and down. So I live up to my game. Because the only thing that keeps me from not living to my game is because I want to be religious. And religion is not a public thing. It is a relationship between you and God. It is not a relationship that will you impress. That is why your gospel artists will wear one turban and they will come and stand, and they are the demons. They are the ones that will smoke Igbo before climbing stage. They are the ones we are hearing is sleeping with.
Don't remove all our table. We need it to see tomorrow. We need it to see tomorrow.
You know we've mentioned this thing before.
Adetoun, honestly, we are going to have another conversation.
But wait, Lola, before we even leave, I have one to ask. Okay, is anything being done about this issue of rape? Is anything being done right now by the government?
The government is trying. Now, we have a problem here. The government that we have now is not a government of the people. The government that we have now is a government of loyalty to one person.
Yes.
Which is the president of the country.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think the president of this country also wants everybody to play a politics of you are loyal to Jagaban. Government, the president of the country wants everybody to play the politics of do your bit, do your bit, do your bit, I do my bit, and everything becomes visible. So can we have a death sentence for anybody that molests our child? There's something my sister is coming up with now. It's called Edenax. It's like a tampon. And then once any girl goes to a police station or anywhere to report, we want to make it available everywhere. We'll give it to them. They will insert it. You know that rat trap? Yeah. That rat trap where they sell those days.
Yes.
Go do pam.
Yes.
So we will set trap. I remember during Princess's case, Princess went all out because the police was asking for evidence. Yeah. And we need to learn to believe these young girls because psychologically they don't know otherwise about some things. Yeah. So if your girl child comes to tell you, uncle did this to me, auntie did this to me, listen to them first. They will open up more. Yeah. A lot of times when we ask these guys, why didn't you tell your dad? A case that I'm going to do today, the guy has been molesting her, but she refused to tell her dad because her dad will beat her. Now, the most important thing is building their confidence and then making them understand that this is a notice here. If the police had not told Princess to go and bring evidence, she wouldn't have set a camera.
But even the evidence she brought, of course, they still try to...
No, the society, not the judicial system. The society tried to bring it down.
Yeah.
The sentimental people try to bring it down.
You set the man up.
Yes, you set the man up.
How else do you want to get evidence?
Call it a setup, call it whatever. The judiciary will not come to social media to take evidence. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
If you have any evidence against any case, take it to the court. Submit it to the court. So, issue of evidence is not it. So this Edenax now, once you try to put your arm, you try to insert into any woman, you try to forcefully, it will trap it will trap it there.
Yeah.
And it takes, so if it is going to be there for 1 week, you will be in pain for a week. So that is how you go to. So there is no issue of denial anymore. There is no issue of I didn't do it. She is lying. God hear my witness. God will fight my battle. You people should leave God and hypocrisy alone. Let us fight our battle. You say they arrested this person. There was a case that happened in Redeem one time. They said the DPO was going to release the man based on personal recognition. I said, no go better for DPO. You know go better for personal recognition. You know go better for this. I went there. I saw that I carried a keg, liter, 5 liters of petrol. I say I will go to jail, but this pastor will they go together. So on personal recognition, pastor that went to pastoral school, that paid, pastor that at the end of the month he will carry tithe and send to headquarters, business under the name of religion. It's who you want to do. No, it will not happen. And it didn't happen because I left my house to Aja and it did not happen. So this is a very straight clear. The government need to intensify corporal punishment for sexual offenders. Let the government please publish their names so that people like that will not go and be. Look at the case of the girl that was raped in the bus and then they covered it up because they already knew that people should go for tests. People should go for, don't just employ somebody based on this person brought her or I have 15 years experience. Where are you coming from? There should be a database. Where is censor? There should be a criminal record. Let them post it on billboard. If you people are telling us that you don't have money for advocacy, because several times when we go to the House of Assembly or we go to the government to sit down and say, okay, you people should look at when they did campaign, Sanwo-Olu campaign. Everybody saw it. Third Mainland Bridge. There was this thing that was showing light in the night. So I started shouting. I said, hey, this thing now is useful. You people should help us write it. Call this number if anybody touch you. Call this number. They now came back to me and said, it's some people that donated it to governorship campaign. I said, tell them to. Now they have removed those things. Where are they keeping them?
Keeping them for the next election.
For the next election, before election, uncle. And you will now see them. They will now say they are doing one COA meeting or POA meeting. They will go and rent room in Sheraton, and they say they are doing advocacy for this, NGO this. First lady said this. You people that are supposed to be on the streets, the people that are suffering this are the minorities, the voiceless, the people who pay little tax. And they are getting nothing. And then you are doing meeting on behalf of poor people. You say you are doing empowerment. You are giving tailoring machine and you are in Sheraton. You are discussing. And the people you want to give this machine, they are in Lagos. Who are you deceiving?
We are deceiving
Who are these people deceiving? Government will play their part, but you also need to help the government.
Honestly, if we say we should just keep on, we're going to be here for ages. Adetoun, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much for being. Yes, plain mama. Wow. If you tell me that you did not hear your piece out of this, then I don't know what you're listening to the podcast for. We will continue to speak. We'll continue to allow people say their piece so that you too can pick one or two pieces.
Advocacy is an unending responsibility.
It is. We cannot just continue on this trajectory and expect change. And if we see voices that are loud and speaking, allow them to speak. Because the change we're looking for cannot happen under the shroud of darkness. It has to be in the light. So please do your own bit so that the society itself can benefit. All right, I'll be saying goodbye because I want to farm Adetoun after. And Obola, please.
All right, guys. So, you see, my ear don't full the pop. Again, I just like the fact that.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you are fighting for freedom.
Yeah.
So is this cap only a weapon of freedom, or you are hitting the streets?
No, we'll hit the streets.
You are hitting the streets.
That should be the next thing. After we've carried enough energy from here.
Well,
of course,
I'd like to
of course.
See you in prison.
In prison. Wait. Doing what first?
No,
doing
for
what?
Advocacy, speaking for the people.
Government does not arrest people for that. I'm going to say
she get evil intentions.
Government, you see, the way the government you see, the way the government sees it is totally different from the way the people see it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I am a witness. I am a victim. I go to parties and I meet them there.
Yeah.
And in fact, the other day I was telling my uncle, Governor Femi, right in front of him, they were saying, just Adetoun, we haven't heard from you. You have not done any video for us. You have not insulted anybody. I say, Uncle, can you see? They are the one. Government does not see it from that angle.
Yeah.
The only thing government has consistently pleaded with me is, Adetoun, we will not tell you not to abuse us. We will not tell you not to say your truth. The only thing you should just do for us, don't swear for us. Because the money it cost us, the way you always swear for our children and swear for our family, there are some pastors that are waiting. They will come and meet us. Have you seen just that most of our video, it is their pastors and their Allah that we need to pray, we need to do Sarah, we need to do this, we need to appease this cost that it will come. You know that woman too, she's a prophetess, so don't forget who she is. So then they will use that one to chop them.
Yes.
So they are not saying you should not talk. This government has never said
No
it.
cost them.
The government say no cost them. Don't swear. Don't say it as anyhow you want to say it, but remove the swear. Allah after they take and chop. It's like government has another budget for
those
That's
ones.
why you see during Ramadan fasting, they will be sharing rice.
Yes.
Money that they are supposed to share to normal people, anybody. They are using it to
distribute for
cure
rice.
causes.
Religion is helping. It's helping. If it's not that time is never our friend, and we just cannot speak endlessly.
No, we'll continue to
would
speak.
have kept Adetoun here.
We'll continue to speak. We'll continue to
Gotta
speak.
go to work. You know
Yes,
I run baby alone. I have a lot of patience on my
I
life.
know,
From my
thank
own
you.
end here, for me, it has been a very, very enlightening edition, definitely. But we'll continue to speak, like we said. You know, we had the other time, we had Peter here. He said a lot. And so far, people have also been engaging on that particular level. And now we have Adetoun, who has also said a lot. So, at this point, everybody has a duty. We all have a role to play, okay? One way or the other, she has spoken to the government, and of course to you as the girl child yourself, and of course to the parents and the role that everybody has to play in all of this, of course, you know. So we all have a job to do, all right? So it's not just enough to be keypad warriors anymore. It's now very important that more people need to create platforms and, of course, go out there and we need to begin to shake the government. Ladies and gentlemen, from myself and, of course, Lolo, and, of course, our correct guest, we say thank you for tuning in. Until next time, it's Saymypiece, yo, and bye-bye from our guest as well.
Bye.
Thank you very much for being here with us. Peace out, guys.